Ah, Brisbane. The superfluous third nipple of Australia. Unlike Sydney or Melbourne, it's known very little internationally, yet Brisbane does have a world record of its own, being the skin cancer capital of the world.
In an attempt to get a better record than the highest skin cancer rate, the City Council was going to build the largest zip line in Australia, turning Brisbane into an eco-tourist destination.
The scenic zipline will provide some of the best views in Brisbane, showcasing incredible Brisbane CBD. The 1 kilometre line will launch from the Summit Lookout and land at the Brisbane Botanic Gardens.
As a fan of zips generally, I was excited about the Mt Coo-tha Zipline, only to hear that it had been cancelled due to protests. When I originally heard this, I couldn't understand why people were against the zipline. It sounded like people were protesting fun. I mean, a zipline isn't a uranium mine or an oil pipeline. I saw Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth. There was no mention of ziplines.
So to understand their motivations, I went and had a look at the social media of the anti-zipline protesters.
Mt Coo-tha will no longer be for the quiet enjoyment of ordinary citizens of Brisbane.
He Mountain is a quiet place for walking, cycling, enjoying the fauna and flora. Do not want to hear people screaming and the whir of pulleys on wire. That is for Dream World, Movie World, etc.
Mt Coo-tha is a haven of tranquility. Locals enjoy hiking, biking and gathering there in the peaceful surroundings.
Well, there you go, people. That's why they protested. They don't want the sound of people on a zipline maybe laughing and giggling and talking to their friends ruin the serenity of Mt Coo-tha. So we went up to Mt Coo-tha to inspect the serenity.
The environmental impact of having a zipline in this area would have completely devastated the sound levels. The zipline apparently was too noisy for Mt Coo-tha, so luckily protesters have organised to stop the noise pollution you would have had from the zipline. People on the zipline would have been making all kinds of noise and stuff, so I'm really glad that people have stopped the noise that would have happened from the zipline. And it's a good thing that people are aware enough. If it's too loud here in Mt Coo-tha, it wouldn't be actually suitable. And the amount of noise we would have had from the zipline would have been tremendous noise. And so luckily that's been prevented. Because we don't want private businesses here profiting off making noise and putting up much green light for our place. So I really appreciate all the people who think of other people. We're really keeping a nice clean environment. Noise from the zipline is
One of the other grievances people had was the nature of profit seeking for the zipline, that the zipline would make profits.
The zip line is a private development on public land.
Leave Mt Coo-tha alone for recreational purposes. No commercial enterprises.
Another case of developers being helped to do whatever they want. Money speaks.
We humans have done enough damage to areas in so many cities in this country. Think of Mother Nature for a change instead of the almighty dollar, dollar, dollar.
Dollar, 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 that's what I need.
Are these people against ziplines, or are they just against privately owned ziplines? Would they be for a zipline that was ran by the people for the people? Wouldn't that be great? A people zipline. You start off at the top of Mt Coo-tha, and you come down, and you land in a socialist utopia. Which of course will be the same Brisbane City Council that owns and operates the buses that did a hit and run on our car while we're up there.
Oh, fucking cunt. Holy shit.
Given that there's already a TV station and a restaurant and an active quarry mine that are commercial developments, makes me kind of wonder, have these people actually been up to Mt Coo-tha?
The campaign group that stopped the Mt Coo-tha zipline was having a victory picnic. We thought we'd go to the victory picnic in order to interview the people's heroes. We got to interview the leader, Mr. Dr. Hale.
Today we're celebrating a win we have had to protect Mt Coo-tha. There was a big zipline mega theme park proposed for the top of Mt Coo-tha, and we have managed through a huge community campaign and through a legal campaign to have it knocked on the head. We've got lots of theme parks already in southeast Queensland, haven't we? Down towards the Gold Coast, there's Dream World and Sea World and Movie World, Whitewater World, and they have all those zipline type rides on them, and people can go there.
Peter makes a really excellent point, guys. You know, like, why would we need to have entertainment in Brisbane when we already have things an hour and a half away on the Gold Coast? Don't come to Brisbane, because there's already things to do on the Gold Coast. Look, we got lazy with this project, and we knew we couldn't get to the bottom of it, whether the zipline was a good thing or a bad thing. It's just too bloody complicated. So we thought we'd have the protesters have the last word. Here's a lady at the celebratory picnic explaining to us the environmental impacts that the zipline would have had on the native powerful owl.
But the ties that tied it down had to be secured 25 metres into the side of the mountain, and that was near the owl's tree. So, I mean, they're not going to stay. They'll take off, and they've got nowhere else to go because the other birds won't let them in their territory. So they would have died. And they produce 2 chicks a year, I think. I don't know where they go, but you know.